Hello there, Internet people. It's your good buddy Rue, back with season 3, woohoo, of the RUviews. Normally right now, it is 3:15 Eastern on a Sunday. I'd be watching football, but it has been a horrible football day for me so far. So I decided to hit pause on the good old DVR and do something that I like to do that makes me happy. And instead of watching football right now, that is talking about comic books. So 1, 2, 3, hooray, comics! So I actually wish that for my season premiere, I had much more exciting comic books to talk about. But alas, this was actually not the most exciting week of the year, ever. In fact, it was a pretty boring week, but we'll try to get through it and see what we can do. First off, Batman 703. What I find amazing about Batman 703 is after years of so-called A-list writers and well, also some people really basically can't stand on Batman, I get one of the best Batman books in a long time from somebody I consider to be the most underrated creator of basically since I've started reading comics, and that's Fabian Nitya. And I know I probably screwed up that last name, and Fabian, since I know you're watching, I'm sorry. But basically, Fabian proves that he not only has more respect for the characters than he does a desire to revolutionize comic books, he also may be one of, if not the best, teen character writers out there today. The only people, in my opinion, that might challenge him for that crown are Kyle and Yost, and honestly, they haven't been at it that as long as he has, and I would say maybe his tenure as a comic book writer edges him out and gives him a better edge. I have no idea what I'm trying to say there, as a better teen character writer than Kyle and Yost. But Batman 703 might be, I instantly enjoyed this a lot more than I have a Batman book in a while. And speaking of Kyle and Yost, and hell, speaking of a title Fabian created, XForce Sex and Violence #3. This actually was a very, very fun filler series between X-Force and Uncanny X-Force that more than anything lived up to its name. For people who can write teen characters and family-friendly books, Kyle and Yost can bring out the violence and, well, sex, basically. My only two problems with this series was the overuse of Domino's real name, and I complained about that a couple episodes ago. But also, this is going to be the last Kyle and Yost X-Force book in a while, and I'm not looking forward to Remender. He has yet to impress me. And it might be Remender's series, unless it comes out the gate hard on this apocalypse story. It might be the first X-Force book I ever drop. It might be the first book featuring Deadpool that I stopped buying. I'm hoping that it's good, but I don't have high hopes. And maybe that's just me being a negative Nelly because I've had a bad football day. Speaking of bad, X-Men #3. My review of X-Men #3 is, oh, God. Why? So, this book should be, it's mutants and vampires. This book should be all about fun and action and violence and gore and finding a way to do all that in a PG environment. Instead, what I get is a poorly written book where each issue, the ending has been telegraphed from the very first page with lame dialogue and unnecessary tie-ins. Oh, well, Namor went and got Dracula's head. Why would Namor need to go get... No, I don't care. 3 issues in, and I'm already just waiting for my pre-orders to run out. Basically, if you haven't yet, don't bother buying this book. Don't buy the trade. If you don't believe me, sit in Borders one day and flip through the collection when it finally comes out. This is just gunk. Finally, 2 books that I really do enjoy. American Vampire #6. 2 things about American Vampire #6. Number 1, this is the beginning of a new story arc that's just based on this, is very accessible to new readers. I honestly did not expect that. I expected a continuation of the first 5 issues. Instead, yes, this probably is a continuation, but instead of getting, well, previously on, you need to know all this, we got a very good starting point for a new story. And like I said, when issue 5 came out, so far every issue has been a bit better than the previous one, and this one continues that trend. And second, more importantly in my opinion, towards the end of September 26th, I have an interview lined up with Scott Snyder of American Vampire. Right before the first trade comes out. So if there's any questions you have for Scott Snyder about American Vampire, Iron Man Noir, or anything else, Find a way, either theouthouses.com, that's www.theouthouses.com, spelt like it sounds, it is the world's greatest comic book website. Or find a way to PM me on YouTube, or if you follow me on Facebook. There's like 10,000 different ways to get a hold of me. So if you have a question for Scott Snyder, let me know. Finally, maybe the best book to come out in 2010, Daytripper number 10. And I'm sorry for the double use of the word 10 there. I wish I would edit that, but I'm not going to do that. Just basic, God damn it, seriously, this was a great series. Daytrippers 1 through 10 might be on my list of top 3, top 5 10-issue run of a comic book ever. And I don't mean like a 10-issue limited series. I mean, I cannot think of more than 5, 10 issues in a row of a series that was better than Daytripper. If you didn't read this, February, the hardback comes out. I'm double dipping. That's how good this was, because I want to give it to all my friends. Like, this is what a comic book can do. I'm not even gonna, this was a perfect ending to an almost perfect series that I've said before, and I'll say it again. I have no shame in saying made me emotional. Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba, I don't know how to pronounce the accent marks. I'm just going to make it sound like he's a sheep. Ba. You've made a lifetime fan out of me. If you didn't read this, pre-order the trade now. And see what, like, I love superhero books. You know I love superhero books, but this is what a comic book can do. It's gorgeous. It's heartfelt. And I had to make sure I got this out of the pile, because wife is in the middle of reading it. And I wanted to make sure I could at least do this before she finishes it. Where's the shit? I need all this ends. So I'm going to go give this back to wife here in a minute. But seriously, Daytripper, if you don't read, if you're like, I need a Vertigo book, I need to see something that's not superhero, I need to see what comic books can do, and I hate repeating that line, go get Daytripper. Season 3 is here, and I got 2 extra special things here for you. One is I have a new Ask Ru. Seriously, someone has actually sent me a question. It's from a YouTube viewer, Liam Perry Lloyd, all one word. I hope I pronounced that right. And the question is, out of any Marvel hero or villain, who would I like to stay dead? And, well, Liam, I gotta say, I honestly, I sat here and I tried to come up with a clever response, something unique, but I can't. I have to go with my gut here. And Jean Grey needs to stay dead. More so than Superman, in my opinion, the best thing she ever did was die 5 times. Her death, besides the fact that I really don't like her all that much, and to paraphrase Jack Nicholson, I'm happy she's dead, her death allowed Scott to grow as a character. Maybe not the growth everybody likes. I personally liked this harder edge and what Emma has done for him. But not only has it allowed Scott to grow, it's also allowed Scott and Wolverine's relationship to move past the I love her, no, I love her, I'm gonna win, bicker fest. That was for like, what, 15 years? Jean Grey needs to stay dead. Her death wins me bets. Her staying dead wins me bets. And besides Jim Lee drawing her when I was 12 or 13 and there wasn't free internet porn yet, I have had no use for Jean Grey the entire time of her existence. So who do I want to stay dead? Jean Grey. There you go, Lloyd. And again, anybody else out there who wants to ask Ru a question, I'm more than happy to answer you and be honest. And second, a couple weeks ago, my buddy Jude Terror's daughter, Phoenix, was watching, and she was trying to say hi to me because, like, I was talking to her via the computer, and I was so rude, and I didn't say hi back. So, Phoenix, I want to let you know that I'm sorry. I couldn't say hi. I was working, and I couldn't be interrupted. I wasn't trying to be rude. I wasn't trying to ignore you. But I want you to know, Phoenix, that every time that I point to my hat, I'm saying hi to you. Okay, so this is your good buddy Ru, Phoenix, signing off and saying, everybody, Phoenix, I hope football gets better. And, well, there you go. Later, peeps.